Sweet. Okay, we're on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the team call today, the Help the Hero team. So it is the beginning of a new month and a really, really exciting month because we spent the second half of March last month preparing for some really, really awesome things. There's a lot of people that are ready to rank advance this month, and we've built some super cool enrollment funnels for people that want to be a little bit ambitious. And
Jeff has an exciting announcement.
Jeff has an exciting announcement about convention stuff. Oh, that's good. Are you going to come do that right now?
Should I do it right now?
Yeah, that sounds good. And anyway, so we're stoked. And so far, it's going so well. It's already the beginning of the month, and there's enrollments pouring in and lots of volume pouring in. So basically, what everybody's doing is working. So just keep riding the wave and enjoy it. Okay, what's our announcement?
Okay, you guys.
Sorry, we have like lightsaber rays on our faces from the blinds. There we go. Good job. That's good.
Okay.
Dang it. We undid it.
Okay, you guys, some exciting stuff. So we've talked about doing this for a while, and like the past two conventions, I think. And Andrew and I were trying to think, how can we strategize this to do it like the best way possible? We're still a small team. It doesn't really make sense for us to do our own party. So on Friday night at convention, we're putting out and offering an incentive. So anyone that rank advanced twice past Premier, right? Or if they hit Elite Premier.
Just twice, period.
Twice, period. So if you rank advanced twice.
Starting with Elite, though. Like manager and executive don't count.
Right. So if you rank advanced twice, then we are taking you to dinner with us on Friday night before Jeanette's team party. So for those of you that are coming to convention, which I hope is everyone, please make the decision soon, and then rank advanced twice, we will bring you to dinner with us.
And just, we already made the reservations. It's for this artsy, awesome restaurant called Stone Ground. And everything they have there is incredible.
And they have gluten-free options.
Yeah. They hand make their pasta, and then they have they marinate beets and fancy olives. Like it's super, super cool food. And really, really neat environment too. Like everything's kind of like that restoration hardware, like reclaimed wood and a little bit of an industrial feel. It's really neat. So
dinner is on us Friday night.
Yep. And what that would look like is if you're brand new, then that just means rank advanced twice, which is Elite, then Premier. So you'll go to convention as a Premier. Or if you're already Elite, that means rank advanced to Silver at convention. And then you get a walk at convention, which is a good idea and fun. And we'll celebrate you at dinner as well. Any questions about that?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, woohoo, sweet. And you guys, so we've been doing all this manifesting stuff lately. So Jeff and I have been very consistent. Every day we do our meditation, and then afterward we do that manifesting mantra, the Ekongkar mantra that we shared with you the other week. And we've been visualizing watching everybody walk at convention, and it's like we've gotten to the point where we just kind of laugh while we're doing it because it's so fun and just the energy is so just joyful. So are you guys ready to enjoy that yourselves too? Because we are. All right, well, let's get on to today's topic, shall we? So today is the first week of the month, which means that we're talking about how to find more people to enroll, how to connect with more people to enroll. So it's all about enrollments, which is really handy because those of you guys that are going for Elite and Premier and Silver by the 15th of the month, this month, this would be useful for you guys. So for anybody that's not familiar with what I just said, we've got a couple handfuls of people on the team that are doing a little bit of a bold push for a rank by the middle of the month. And it's really, really fun. But before you have anyone to support, in fact, let me rewind a little bit. Sometimes I hear builders on the team say, I just wish I had people in my downline that I could support. Well, before you have people to support, what has to happen? They have to enroll. And before anybody enrolls, what has to happen? They have to learn about doTERRA. And before they have to learn about doTERRA, what has to happen? Well, they have to be shared with and invited. So that's kind of like if you picture it like a sales funnel, right? The top of the funnel is where you're sharing and inviting and pouring people into that funnel. So the question comes often, where do I find people to teach and to enroll? And this is something that Jeff and I have been having a lot of fun with. So you guys know that when we read the book Beach Money, I go back to this all the time. We had that epiphany that the most crucial thing we could ever do for our own business was to commit to enrolling a few customers in a builder a month. And we've stuck with that every single month. And it took a little while to get the engines up and running and fired up. And now our team volume is growing really nicely. And every single month, we're launching at least one new builder because we enrolled them the previous month. Does that make sense? Well, the commitment was a really big step, setting the intention. And if the word goal is intimidating to you, if like I said, if I said, Cassie, what's your enrollment goal for the month? And she feels like, I don't want to set a goal because I might not make it. If that scares you, then set an intention instead. That's my advice. So they have a very similar look on the outside. Like you might have an intention to enroll 3 customers in one builder in April, right? Or if you're stretching for a big rank, you might have the intention of enrolling 15 people because that's what it will take. The difference between an intention and a goal is that frequently people who set goals accompany their goal with a fear of failure. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. In fact, what you guys tell me a little bit about, when I say the word goal, what feelings come to mind? Or what does goal setting mean to you?
To me, it means something that I have to do.
Wow. That's a good awareness.
That is good awareness.
What else? Jasmine, you're brand new. What does goal setting mean to you? This would be good insight for everybody else because we're always working with new people.
I would say goal setting. I mean, I agree. It's something that you have to do, but it's something that you're working towards, something new that you're working towards.
Okay, so you don't quite have the negative connotation associated with goal setting then. It sounds like it's a little more of a healthy challenge for you.
Yeah, because you give yourself time limits, so I just try to be realistic about them.
Okay. See, so I asked this question to point out that everybody has a different relationship with the word. So if the word goal doesn't work so goal obviously works for Jasmine. It does not work for Corey. So because there's a negative energy there. So if goal doesn't work for you, then use the word intention. The reason why Jeff and I like the word intention a lot lately is because we've been setting really clear intentions, which is basically like your petition to the universe. It's our, we set an intention, like this month, we set an intention to enroll at least 3 new builders. And we set that with the faith that the people will show up, that the opportunities will show up. And what this has to do with finding more people to connect with and enroll is that we could give a whole list of things you could do, like techniques, places you could go, expos and meetup groups and things like that. And we can talk about some of those things if you want. But the most crucial thing, the most valuable thing that you could ever do, though, to connect with more people to enroll, is to have a crystal clear intention. And then to spend 15 to 20 minutes every day meditating to clear your mental chatter and reconnect to your inner being and be in those high vibrations as often as you remember to throughout the day so that the things that match your intention can start appearing to you. And you guys know that we experience this all the time. People say, what the heck? How did you find those people to enroll? And they basically just pop up because we've set really, really clear intentions. Now, the trick is that the ego mind is all about doing, whereas the inner being is all about being, right? And so the ego mind will listen to what I'm saying, and the ego will say, no, that doesn't make sense because I don't go out and meet people, or I don't talk to people when I'm in places, right? And it wants to talk about the doing. And what I'm telling you guys is that if you focus on being in vibrational alignment with your intention to enroll more people, then by law of attraction, the people will start showing up. It's not your job to figure out how the universe delivers to you, or to figure out how, it's not your job to manage how God answers your prayers or your intentions, your requests. Does that make sense?
It does. Can I just interject for a quick minute?
It. Yeah, let's hear it.
So this is a super cool story about a client of mine who has really significant cognitive and physical challenges. She cannot speak. She doesn't really have like most people would think that she doesn't have much awareness about what's going on with her. And based on the energy work that I do with her, Sister definitely knows what's going on. So here's something really cool about manifesting. When they went on vacation, they went to this Greek restaurant where the owner has a daughter who is about maybe 10 years younger than my client and has the same challenges. And so what he did was he brought the family to a table, and when they were checking out, when they were all done, finished their meal, he gave my client's mom $50 and said, here, go and spend this on her, go buy her whatever she wants. And so they went and they got her a couple little cute things that she picked out, which was super sweet. And then when they went back, they wrote, like, mom wrote a note and then had my client sign it, which was very sweet, brought it back to the guy, the owner, and he was so touched, he gave her $20 more. So, I mean, if a person who is not actively manifesting, you know what I mean? Like if she is not in a space where she can comprehend the complex concepts that we're talking about right now, but she can do it, seriously, guys, there's no reason why anyone can't do it. I'm just saying.
You're right.
Hey, Amber, I think that is perfect in what manifesting actually looks like. So Andrew and I talk about this step-by-step process. Step 1, ask. Step 2, the universe delivers. And then step 3, it's our job to allow and receive. I love that in the principles of manifesting, your job personally is to ask. And then step 2 is it's somebody else's responsibility. And it's like the principle of being an angel for somebody, right? Like, and I love that. Like, you guys, you'll notice as our team calls go on and as we progress, guys, this is the new way that we do doTERRA. We definitely have action within our team. We see enrollments, we see growth. Last month was an awesome month for us and for you guys. We're seeing the numbers in our growth, in our doTERRA experience. But you guys, we're doing it a different way. We're manifesting and energizing the things that we want. We're following the energy. We're pausing to meditate and listen to know what kind of action is appropriate for us to take and where it feels light and joyful and fun and easy. And I love this. Like, so let's keep on this energy. All these things we talk about, whether it's goals or intentions, we're being really clear in what we're wanting and what we're desiring and what we're asking for. And then we're listening and taking those steps and moving forward closer to whatever those things are that we want, moving closer to our desires. Amber, thank you so much. I love sharing manifesting stories. I love
that too, because I'm a person who struggles with receiving because I kind of like to see how everything's going to work. And this was just a really great reminder for me that you don't have to see how it's going to work. That's going to happen and it's fine. You don't have to control everything. Just relax and receive. So that was super helpful for me.
And we need some R&R, relax and receiving.
Yeah.
Right.
That's great. So Cassie just finished the book, The Law of Attraction, the one that's been so just life-changing for me and Jeffrey. Cass, can you hear me? I think she just turned her stuff.
She can hear.
Okay. Oh, cool. So if someone were to ask you, how can I connect with more people to enroll? Per what you've been learning, what would the answer be?
One of the things that they call them workshops, daily workshops to do. One of the first things that they suggest is to, just one second, baby's distraught. He's stuck. There we go. There you go. Okay, so one of the first workshops that they suggest you do is to do what they would call a meditation, but it's not quite what you expect a meditation to be. It's, for 15 to 20 minutes a day, you sit and you think and about all the things that you do want in a particular topic or even in your life in general. And then you voice, those things that you want. And they said that if it's getting too specific and anxiety inducing, if you're feeling like negative or anxiety about it, you're getting too specific, but you also want it to be specific enough that, it brings you a lot of excitement and joy. And And so an example would be, sit down in a quiet place with no distractions and to start saying, like, I want a growing doTERRA team. I want just listing the things that you want out of your doTERRA team, remembering not to get too awfully specific because it's the universes or gods or, whatever your belief system is, it's their job to bring that to you, to bring you your heart's desires, but it might not look how you think it will look.
Can I give an example of what, like, you said don't get too specific. So, like, what that might be is, say you have a doctor's appointment. So in this workshop that you might do in the morning, this little visualization workshop, instead of visualizing yourself at the doctor's office and saying, I want to meet my next new builder at the doctor's office. Like that's what Cassie's talking about, like being over specific, versus your intention might be, I'm ready to meet my new builder. So what you would do for this workshop is, if you know that you're going to the grocery store, you're going to the doctor's office, and you're going to a family dinner that night, you'd see yourself in each of those situations in the vibration that matches meeting an amazing new builder. Do you see the difference? And that way you're focusing on you showing up with a vibration that aligns with receiving what you're looking for. And then, the specifics can show up in many different ways, and, a gazillion different ways. Does that make sense, you guys? So I'd visualize myself going to the grocery store, and in my visualization workshop in the morning, I'd say, I see myself going to the store. I see myself just feeling satisfied, feeling grateful for my life, feeling grateful that I have access to all this food, and smiling at the people that I meet, feeling in a place of just welcoming abundance, welcoming new people to come into my awareness. And then you visualize yourself at the doctor's office. And you say, and my intention at this appointment is to be in a space of satisfaction that my health is coming together, in a space of satisfaction that I have good doctors taking care of me. And again, in a vibrational place where I can graciously and generously accept any new contacts, any new people that come and match me. And my intention throughout this whole day is to be in the vibration that matches having new builders approach me. Do you get how that works? And then maybe someone does meet you at the doctor's office, but also maybe someone in the parking lot meets you, or maybe somebody messages you on Facebook, or maybe two people message you on Facebook. You see, but the point is that you're finding more people to connect with, to enroll, because you're a vibrational match for it. Is that accurate to what you're describing, Ziz? She isn't.
Yeah. Also, another example is, like, I want the perfect builder I want to attract the perfect builder. And maybe that perfect builder looks something completely different than what you would think they look like. And, another really cool thing that I learned on there that has stuck with me is they talk about how if you have the intention of having specific type of people in your life that are uplifting and gratifying to your life, then even if a person is typically not, with the intention that you do have those people in your life, that person who may, normally be really, not someone that you'd want to associate with most, the parts of them that you do want to attract come out, and the parts of them that you don't really like just kind of stay where they are. So I thought,
And they don't affect you.
Yeah, they don't affect you. And so I thought that was really awesome, because we're always taught by other gurus, only be around the people that are most like what you want to be. And so, I've been thinking about that, like, well, that's really hard, because there's a lot of people in your life that you can't just, get rid of, family, friends, team members and stuff like that, but what they were saying is you don't have to try to stay away from them or or keep them away from you. And if you're seeing them pop up in your life, or those behaviors from certain people pop up in your life, it's because you're focusing on what you don't want, not on what you do want.
Yeah, you guys, this, I don't know if we've talked about the title of this book specifically, but it's Ask and It Is Given.
Law of Attraction.
Law of Attraction. I'm so sorry. Law of Attraction is the one. And, you know, I would really encourage you guys to look into it, see if that resonates with you and vibes with you. Really, at the very basis of it all, even if you want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Dismiss it as a bunch of, what am I trying to say? If you're a super skeptic, that's what I'm trying to say. Even if you're a skeptic, you guys, the psychological principles behind thinking about what you want are so much more healthy than thinking about what you don't want. So even if you are super skeptic and just look at it as like psychological principles, you know, what are you feeding your brain? What are you putting inside your mind? Oh my gosh, it makes so much more sense to energize and think about the thoughts that help you feel good and that are exciting to you.
One thing that I got confused about with what Cass was describing, like in years past, is I knew that I would attract whatever I was putting off. And so I thought that meant that I have to be the perfect builder to attract the ideal builder, which is not at all how law of attraction works.
Right.
In fact, the most useful thing you could ever do to attract ideal builders is to set a clear intention and then just continually align yourself vibrationally with your intention by being in a state of satisfaction every possible moment. Like that's very different than being the perfect builder yourself, because I mean, we're not the perfect builder. But what we do though, is in any moment that we're in the day, we seek to be in a state of feeling satisfied. And, you know, even better than that is feeling really grateful or excited, but at least, you know, being satisfied. Because that's a pretty high energetic state where you're, you know, even when I wash the dishes, I used to wash the dishes and my mind would run and I think about my dad and, you know, all the crazy stuff that he did and da, 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 da. And now I sit there and I just enjoy the satisfaction of how endless water is running through the faucet. And I enjoy the satisfaction of having nice dishes. And I enjoy the satisfaction of having had food on the dishes so that, you know, I always have something to eat. And being in that state of satisfaction, that's a great energy that allows more satisfying things to come. And because you set a very crystal clear intention to attract more ideal builders or wonderful customers, well, every time you're in that state of satisfaction, you're now allowing the satisfying fulfillment of your intention to keep coming to you.
So can I come around full circle?
Come full circle.
So the message of this call was come and learn how to like connect with new builders and stuff. And you notice, you guys, we're not giving you any like tips or tricks or join a hangout or a meetup, join a BNI business networking group, like go to church functions, go join a mommy group. And the reason why we're not suggesting any of those is because all of those are good. But the point is that you know them, we know them. And the idea will come to you if you can be. And that is the most important message here. And really, I think, you know, it's funny, as we boil down these themes, we see that it's all kind of the same thing, right? So rank advancing, attracting the right builders, meeting the right people, learning about the next steps in your business and how to move your business forward and how to motivate, you know, the people around you. It all begins with that being, that place of being. So again, our message on how to find and attract these new people and connect with these builders, these new potential builders, is to be satisfied, put your clear intention, have a dedicated meditation mindfulness practice daily. I really recommend daily. Andrew and I have been daily since we've gotten back from our trip, and it has been profound, like so
literally
profound. Yeah. And if you had asked me before, like I would have said, oh yeah, I meditate. Yeah, I meditate on a regular basis, but you guys daily practice. I would not have imagined how profound a daily mindfulness practice can really benefit me.
Jeff or somebody brought up a really cool analogy of how all this works. So do you guys remember in the 6th Harry Potter book when Harry Potter gets a little...
we talked about this. Amber.
Oh, yeah, Amber. Oh, that was Amber.
Yeah, Amber.
Felix Felicis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so for anyone that hasn't read Harry Potter, but I'm sure that everybody has, hopefully, if you're on this team, You've read it. So,
And if not, we'll read it to you.
yeah, we will. Call us and we'll read over the phone. Felix Felicis is that little magical luck potion. And Harry Potter takes it when he has some need to solve a crazy problem in the book. And basically, he instantly gets really weird and cheerful. It's like he took Adderall, basically. And then he says, I'm going to go visit Hagrid. And his friends are like, whoa, 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 why are you going to go visit Hagrid? We need to fix this problem. And he's like, it just feels like the right thing to do.
Right. This feels like the light, joyful, fun, easy path of least resistance. I'm going to go do this.
So he goes to visit Hagrid, and he meets a really important character on the way to Hagrid's. And then when they get to Hagrid's, like more things unfold. And the point of it is that Harry Potter was not, if he had been trying to do step 2, which is the universe's job, then he would have been focusing on, no, we've got to sit here in our room and fix this problem right now. But he didn't. He got in vibrational alignment and was led to the right things. And it turned out to be exactly what was best to solve the problem.
So that in that moment, he let go of all resistance and was totally present and trusted his feelings as his guide. What felt good and fun and joyful. You guys, that is what we do with meditation. We shut down all the conscious and subconscious chatter in our minds. We come out of meditation with our clear focus and our clear intention of, we want this goal, we want to meet this people, we want this income, we want to have this happen in our lives. And those thoughts will start to come to us. And we will be guided and directed to meet the people, be at the places, have the conversations, be able to deliver the words to help us get there. It's a step by step process.
So do you guys want to so we talked about how we're going to end each of these calls with a little bit like some kind of great, like a little bit of a manifesting exercise, because that really resonates with our team. So I thought today, what if we share just stories of awesome enrollment opportunity manifestations? And as you're thinking about some, I have a few that I can share. So one of them was an email that we got from Sapna, who is, if you guys all know Sapna, she's been so swamped launching a pediatrics office in California, and but she's always wanted her to have a doTERRA team. And so we brought this whole idea of law of attraction to her, and she's actually already read all the books. And we said, well, why don't we apply this to doTERRA? And she says, great, that's a good idea. So we set a really clear intention of what would it take to enroll a few customers in a builder a month, and to have it be really fun and easy and to happen just in perfect conjunction with the things that she's already doing. And that was her intention. And so she emailed us the other day and she said, this is funny.
Oh, here, I think it was right now. Yeah.
So I don't know what woohoo vibrations you are doing, but here's a woman I signed up almost 2 years ago in the office, super sweet, compassionate lady whom I sold a ton of oils to. And she says, and the message that the patient sent her is just that she doesn't know, she wants to come back to doTERRA basically. And she sent this big long order of oil she wants. So woohoo, there's a customer that was someone that was a customer 2 years ago, hasn't been a customer for 2 years, and all of a sudden wants to be a new customer.
And you know what? This wasn't Sapna running out, hosting a class, meeting new people, like all of the things that me, Sapna, and Andrew might have like come up with before, suggested Sapna do in the past, that would have, maybe felt like a lot of work. Or in Sapna's mind, Sapna might have thought, well, I have to do this, and whatever if I want more customers. By all of us letting go of what that looks like and just trusting and knowing we have an intention, we'll be guided and directed to take action when necessary. And for Sapna's life, the path of least resistance was an idea in an old customer's mind, reconnecting with Sapna and saying, hey, I need more product.
Right.
And Sapna was in vibrational alignment to allow that to happen.
Now that doesn't mean you don't teach classes.
Exactly.
It means that if you set the intention and then you're allowing the reception of what matches your intention, then the ideas might come to you. This would be a great month to teach 3 classes, plan those. Or like Tara had this idea to do continuing ed classes around the Essential Life book. So that was, she was teaching classes about that, but it's because she was allowing the reception of stuff that matched her intentions. So, and then another manifesting story I'll share is, well, actually, sorry, I should let you guys take turns too. I have another one though, if no one has one.
Okay, I'll go.
Oh.
I've been manifesting a lot lately. And
Good,
I have
Tara.
a
Yeah, I
few-
wanted to hear from you because I'm like, okay, just from the doTERRA perspective, I'm seeing activity in Tara's life. So yeah, I want to hear your stories, Tara.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been doing a lot of manifesting, but I have two things that just came up yesterday and today. So yesterday I was enrolling a new person who wants to do the cleanse, and I just thought, I knew that she needed support, additional support. So I talked to her about the whole Facebook group thing that we're doing. So I was like thinking, okay, what would it take for her to have someone do it with her? And not kidding, like within an hour, she texted me saying, hey, my mom wants to do it with me. I was like, oh my God, that is so, it's kind of freaky sometimes when you manifest things like that. But anyway, this morning I was listening to the Law of Attraction audio, and I was driving, in the car this morning, and I wasn't really manifesting anything in particular, but I just started to feel like my body vibrating and like, all these like sensations in my body. And as I was driving back home, I get a text from somebody saying, from a lupus support group facilitator. She was like, hey, she's like, it's been a while, like since you've taught a class at our support group. Can you come teach it next month? She's like, a lot of people want to hear about these essential oils. I was just like, oh my God, this is like so many things just like now happening that is, yeah. So yeah, those are the two.
That is
manifesting
awesome.
stories.
That is awesome, Tara. You guys, the things that I love about manifesting is this isn't any of us sitting in a room getting mad saying, I'm doing all my manifesting, I'm meditating, and nothing's happening. This is us doing step one. Sorry, I'm shouting in your ear. Clearing our minds, being in this state of flow, finding the satisfaction, and then allowing the things to come forward. Because Tara, is it gonna be work for you to teach the class? And is it gonna be work for us to enroll people? Yeah, it is. But when people say things like that, like, hey, I want you to come and teach a class for my group because you haven't done it in a while, that's a way different energy than us calling people and saying, hey, can I teach a class and will you invite all your friends?
But that doesn't mean you don't do that.
That's
though.
right. It doesn't mean you don't do it. It means that it's happening in a way that is joyful for you and that feels way more flowy and easy. Like, Tara, how hard was that for you to receive a text message like that?
Oh, super easy. Yeah.
And how many of those phone
Yeah.
calls could you handle?
Oh my gosh, I can handle as many as they come.
Right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I know what I'm doing lately. Like, if I don't get people to come to a class, I just think like, or I set the light intention, like, what would it take for people to RSVP to this class, or for me to do one-on-ones? And it's just unfolding naturally. Like, I don't have to get mad about people not coming. The universe creates a way for it to work out one way or another,
Yeah.
whether it's one-on-ones or a class.
I love that. So what and this question is open to anyone on the call. What is the common theme that we're seeing here in all these experiences? There's one in particular I'm looking for.
That's me. I want to answer your question. Amber, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to comment that sometimes you just have to trust the process, like just believe that things are going to happen and let go of that attachment to what you think should happen, which sucks for me because I don't like doing that.
Well, and sometimes you guys, I mean, the step two, which is the universe delivers, sometimes it happens to a person. Like, your mentor might say, you know what, you want to fill that class with a bunch of people. I'd go call 20 people from your names list.
Mhm.
And if that's in vibrational alignment, right, then it will feel like, I should try that.
Yeah, it'll feel like, that feels good to me. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Or it might feel like, maybe it doesn't feel super exciting, but it might feel satisfying. Like, that's a healthy challenge. I'll try it.
Yeah.
Or people's names pop in your head.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I have that all the time. I mean, you guys, so we have a couple cool manifesting stories. One was a new customer.
Hold on real quick. I want to get back to that theme.
What?
I'm
sorry.
Okay. So the theme that I'm talking about, and we've referenced this a lot, is again, emotional set point. You guys, if you're feeling good, satisfied, and in this nice, easy flow, that is a good indicator that you're where you're at, you're in alignment with your intentions. At any time, it's okay to re-clarify, this is what I want. This is what I want. I know that this is what I want. And then continuing to be in that flow and trusting that it's unfolding before you. If at any point you're feeling like heavy or anything less than positive, like if you're feeling yucky or any of those negative emotions, right? That is a good indicator to you that you get to ask more clearly and then pause and reflect and be guided in an action that feels a little bit more joyful, something that will bring you to a more positive space.
Yep. Anything at all.
Okay.
I like that.
What did you want to share?
Oh, our manifesting stories. Okay, one of them was a new customer. So I think everybody here knows that mine and Cassie's stepdad passed away a year and a half ago, and he had remarried. He had married this new woman a year before, and she speaks very little English, and so I don't know how they communicated because he doesn't speak Spanish, and we didn't really have a relationship with her at all, and we hardly knew her anyway. So our stepdad passed away. She didn't really act like she wanted us in her life, and we thought, well, okay, that's weird, whatever, cool. So we kind of haven't talked a lot. Well, she messaged a few days ago, and she said, hey, I need 3 tubes of Deep Blue and stuff for my knees and legs because they hurt. And so we went over to the house, and we told her, and her sister was there, and we said, we just hugged, connected a little bit, said we're sorry that her legs have been hurting so much. And then I told her, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set you up with a wholesale membership because that will allow you to order doTERRA products whenever you want to at the best price. And she and her sister were both like, oh, thank you so much. That is so nice of you. They just thought it was the most generous thing for us to enroll in. And I thought, how many of these could I handle? Where somebody out of the blue messages me, says, I need a bunch of product. And I say, I'm going to enroll you so that you can get them at the best price whenever you need. And they say, oh, thank you so much. I mean, I can handle a lot of those, right? And then
I want to add
yeah,
with that story with Elizabeth, we tried to share oils with her and Dan before, and they were like, no, I don't want it. No, I know someone who does it, so don't worry about us. And really shut us down. So the fact that Andrew went in with no expectations of that again was, I think, key.
Yeah, really cool. And then Tara mentioned that sometimes names come to your mind. So I had this friend that I sold alarms with over the summer 8 years ago in 2008. And, that's 10 years ago. Holy cow. 9 years ago. Anyway, and she just came to my mind a few months ago, and she kept coming to my mind. And especially as we've been getting, and I really tried to reach out to do share the business with her, and it never lined up. Well, we get home from this cruise, we start meditating, really getting into the vibrational alignment with what we're asking for, which is to enroll really awesome builders at Rankin Mans. And all of a sudden, she tells me, I want to talk to you about investments. I need to invest in something that will be my next step. So on Sunday, we have her for brunch. We go through the build guide with her and talk about compact sourcing. And you guys, she was writing on a piece of paper the groups of people that she wanted to start sharing doTERRA with. She's like, this could be an elite leg, this could be an elite leg, this could be an elite leg. So I could be silver in a month. Yeah. And we're like, yeah, that's good. How many of those could we handle? Right? So basically, yeah, that's how you find more people to connect with, to enroll with. And it all starts with setting a really crystal clear intention. Remember, step 1, ask. Set a clear intention. A little caveat, you guys. An intention never has a but with it. It's a crystal clear intention isn't, I want to enroll 3 builders, but I don't, right? Because now you just switch back to energizing what you don't want. A clear intention is just being crystal clear on what you want. And you can want what you want. You can say, I want to enroll 7 builders this month on my team.
I want it to feel light, joyful, and easy.
I want them to just pop into my awareness. You can want whatever you want. That's okay. That's great. Step 2, the universe instantly conspires to deliver a path of least resistance. You might not see the path. You might not even see the first step yet. So step 3, is, and you might see the first few steps. Step 3 is continually realign yourself vibrationally with what you're asking for. And the best way to make sure that you're in vibrational alignment is just to focus on feeling satisfied often, and spend a few moments each day meditating. Really, really great ways to be in vibrational alignment. And then all these things keep pouring in. So you guys, we've got to teach this to our new builders too, because I think that most people step into a business thinking, I've got to do a lot of stuff.
I got to do this. I got to do that.
And you will do stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not going to feel like you're doing stuff if you're in a great vibrational alignment. So
Do you have a call to rise for them?
Yep. Yeah. So first, our call to rise, you guys, was to start meditating 15 to 20 minutes a day. And I actually want to just reiterate that exact same call to rise, but make it a little clearer. Set a clear intention about what you want enrollment-wise personally, okay? And then start continually realign yourself vibrationally with that. That's your call to rise. So this is different. It's not go write down on a piece of paper and make a big plan to enroll 10 people this month, okay? So I know a few people on this call have an intention to enroll 15 people this month. And I know some of you guys might have an intention to enroll whatever, but set a crystal clear intention and then realign yourself vibrationally every day, and many moments throughout the day, as often as you're conscious of it. And just the wanting can overpower any limiting beliefs of it, just so you guys know. Remember that, Cassie? They talk about that you might have, maybe you have a limiting belief that says enrolling people is really hard. It's okay, don't worry about it. Don't focus on it, because that'll just re-energize it. Just the wanting, whatever your crystal clear intention is, can overpower and eventually replace.
Yeah. And then again, focus on the things that are light and joyful and easy.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording. For those of you guys that aren't able to make it on the call, please join the call live if you're able to. Even if you're working, stick one earbud in and dial in, because it's always great to be on the call live. And then, and if you're not on the call live, then you don't get the secret part of the call, which is going to happen right now when I push stop. Guys.